It's gonna be a lot of the same stroke types that we used.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bass tone, your snare tone, which is that slap. Um, the third kind of stroke, the third and fourth kind of stroke that we need is a little strange, but follow me. So bass tone is just your regular bass tone with the right hand on the drum. And now, without taking the heel of your hand off the drum, just tap with your fingers. So, let me hear a bass tone and then a tap. Now, make it different from the bass tone in that the bass tone uses your whole arm. The whole arm swinging into the drum, and then the tap is just from your wrist.
Okay. Hang on.
Yep. Think of it. Feel the weight of your whole arm, and let it just come into the drum.
Sorry.
Yep. Don't force it. Just let it hit the drums. And then keep enough force just to stick it onto the drum. All right. And then your left hand is going to do the stuff that we're actually like hearing in the tune, which is the back, boom, boom, back, boom, boom, back. So it's going to be kind of a modified slap tone. It's not going to be the full snare. Because remember when we talked about the full snare slap tone? It's going to be a little bit higher than that because we're on a cajon and it's going to be hard to differentiate the sounds. So for the cajon slap, come up just so, but a strong slap. So a little bit higher, just come up to where your first knuckle, this knuckle right here, is off the drum. Yeah, that really like high piercing. And then your other tone, what I'm gonna call the open tone, is gonna be more meat on the drum. More meat of your hand on the drum. So it's going to be, your slap tone is up here, and your open tone is going to be the same parts of your finger, just lower on the drum. That's the whole thing put together, but you see the difference in that you see and hear the difference in the tones?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I hear you do just bass and the tap, just so I can see those? Cool. Now left hand, up top, slap. Perfect. And now a little bit farther down for that open tone. Yep. And so the full tumbao put together is going to be bass, tap, slap. Starts with bass, tap, slap, tap. So can you just do bass, tap, slap, tap? Can I see more of a difference between your bass tone and your slap tone? Your bass tone comes from your whole arm, and the slap tone comes from the wrist.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like muted. Is that the sound you're going for?
Yeah. Everything with the congas, with conga drums, and the way we're gonna translate it onto cajon, it's all gonna sound. It's not gonna sound very resonant. The only time where you're gonna get any resonance is in the open tone, where you're actually coming off the drum. Everything else is. Everything else is muted very into the drum, but it's gonna punch the sound out. So we've got bass, tap, slap, tap. And the other half of the tumbao is bass, tap, open, open. So can I just see bass, tap, open, open? And your right hand comes off the drum too. Bass, tap, open, open.
Okay. Nope.
Yep. Yeah. And
okay.
Perfect. Now let's put it all together where we can do bass, tap, slap, tap, bass, tap, open, open.
Okay.
It's okay?
Sort of.
Yeah, you're definitely getting it. The more of a difference I can get between the slap sound and the open, the better. And I understand that you've got that we're both working with cajones with snares in them, and the snares will make it kind of, it'll kind of mush everything together. But with this beat, because this is a Cuban beat, remember how before when we were talking about like backbeats and stuff and what's the most important part of the beat, and we were talking about like 2 and 4. With this, everything is grounded in that bass tone. So all of the tap and the slap and open stuff that you're doing with your left hand, that's kind of a melody sitting on top of a groove, and your groove is this. This is the train. This is what's driving the beat. So once you can get that strong, you can be able to do. You'll be able to get faster, but this needs to be the strongest part of it.
Okay.
So yeah, let's try doing a little bit of the tumbao all together. Let's try to get a couple long phrases going, just so we can build up some stamina.
Okay. Okay, I'm rushing
it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I used to have that tendency too to when I get a little lick, I'll loop it, speed it up, and try to like find my breaking point, right? I challenge you, anytime you want to do that, play at a consistent tempo. And then whenever you want to speed up, stop, pick a new tempo, think it in your head, and then immediately start in with that new tempo. So, yeah, it's weird. So play. And if you're thinking, boom, think the new tempo before you start playing it.
Okay, gotcha.
So now let me hear a couple bars, and then whatever next interval you feel comfortable with. And if you get up to a tempo where you're like, okay, this is too much, then you can knock it back down, stop, and then start at a new tempo.
Okay.
I see you correcting, and I'm loving it.
Okay.